Hi everyone, today I will use Cognito for two tasks. One is for authentication, so user can sign up a new account, log in, and then authenticate it. That's the first task, and I do it by Cognito user pool. The second task is that after the user authenticated, the user want to access images from S3 buckets, so it needs permission or authorization. And I will do it by using Cognito identity pool. So we have two things: user pool for authentication, and second one is a identity pool for authorization or permission. What services the user can access. In this case, it's S3. So let's jump in and do it. I do both back end and front end. So now I'm gonna do the back end. Right. So I build. Let me make a new CDK project for the back end. Let's call it Cognito demo. Okay, so I need a new CDK project, and then I'm gonna add several components: S3 buckets, Cognito user pool, and then Cognito identity pool, and yeah, it takes about 10 minutes, and then we'll do front end also. The front end I will do authentication flow. Today I will try Vim, so let me open the project. Let me go into the lib. So I delete all, and I call it export Cognito. Sorry. So first I create a bucket. And let me add the removal. And the important in here, since we're gonna work with the front end, the front end app can access data from the bucket. So we need, when I test the web app running locally from localhost, so I have to add the cause condition. So let me copy that, the root cause rule. So web app running local host can access S3. Okay, so that's the bucket. Let me copy for style. Wait me 1 second. So I'm gonna copy. I copy the prettier config in here. So hopefully my code looks a little bit better. The second component is the user pool. Same, and then self. I want the user can sign up, sign in using emails. So email true, and I also want confirm code after user sign up a new account. See, I want to send the confirmation code via email, so let me add that. Auto verifies. Okay, so we finished our user pool, and next we add the client app. And the outflow using user password. And I'm gonna have the name of the pool. Web app client. And finally, I'm gonna add the identity pool ID, but I need to install the new CDK is alpha version for that. So let me check. This is CDK. I think this one. And let me import them. Let me copy the import. So basically, this is the alpha version of CDK for identity pool. Is a L2 construct. So I'm gonna use that here. I call it identity pool, new identity pool. And then let me check. I need to add the authentication provider. Let me check. Okay. So in here we need to provide both. We associate. So what we're doing is we associate the identity pool with the user pool. So we need to provide both the user pool and the client. and then I want this pool ID. I want this, so I grant I want this identity pool can access S3. This identity pool can access S3. So it's quite simple, just bucket dot grant read and write to the identity pool dot authenticated user. I think that's it. And bucket dot grant read to identity pool dot unauthenticated row. Okay, so we're gonna can log the output. For the output, let me copy and paste so it's faster. Okay, so that's all. Let's review it a bit. So we create an S3 bucket, and then we set up enable cross origin access. So later on, when I do my web app from localhost, I can access data from S3, and then I create the user pool for authentication, so I can register user and then sign up user confirmation code, log in, right? And then I create a client app. This one is needed to associate with identity pool, and then I make identity pool, and the important is I grant read and write access to this pool. So this identity pool have role for authenticated user, unauthenticated users, and it have role to access S3. Later on we review it in the console. So now let's synthesize and see. Okay, looks good. So CDK deploy. And why no, let wait a bit, and why deploying the back end I do front end. Very interesting. Okay, let's check. Okay, so now it's deploying. So let me so now this is my project, and now I want to do the front end in here. So I make a new folder called web app, and I inside the web app, and let me make a new NextJS project. So npx create next app, I think. TypeScript here. Okay. Let me copy some dependency. So I want to use a Chakra UI for front end. So let me copy the dependency. And I also need to install the let me zoom in a bit. I'm gonna install AWS SDK JavaScript, so I can have S3 client. I can do site authentication and authorization with Cognito, so I need those SD SDK. This is a version 3, and let me copy, and oh, I have to copy one by one, or I think that's okay. So let me copy again. Let me move it to another window and copy them one by one, and then okay. I think now the back end is ready. Okay, let's go there and look at the back end a bit. So we go and check the back end. Let me go to Cognito S3 bucket. So this is a new, we create one user pool, and then we can have, later on we can register user here, and this is app integration, and we see this is a web app client, and this we're gonna take note this, and we'll see the this is identity pool identity pool. So you will see here, you can see from here. So let's go, yeah. So you see this pool has role for unauthenticated and authenticated, and by via these facilities our users from web apps can access S3 services. And let's see how is the this is authentication provider, and it associate with the user pool by via this app client. So that's all. Let's see the S3 bucket. Let's check the course. Yeah, so that's all we got. Now we do the front end. The front end, I left it here. I need to copy some parameters, so left it here, or I can from the CloudFormation output also. So yeah, so okay, let me run it, and let me forward it. Okay, now I need to make a little bit of space for my front end. So let's shrink it a bit smaller for front end, and this is a front end. Okay, and let me come back to code. So first I need to make to the config, and let me copy it. It's quite long, so okay, and let me update the bucket name. Also the client, Okay, now let me copy and paste it. I'm gonna copy and paste. So this is the pool ID, and this is identity pool. And the client. And also the bucket name. So we have to copy and paste a bit. Okay, now let's come back to the front end code. So I'm gonna let me update it. So okay, and then in service I'm gonna need for storage and another one for Cognito. So let me copy and paste the Cognito first and explain it because it's quite long. So just I copy from my already prepared code. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I use AWS SDK JavaScript version 3. The first one is sign up. So we have username, password, and we do Cognito client dot send the command, send the sign up command. After the sign up command, you're gonna receive the confirmation code via email. And then next step, we need to confirm the code. After confirm, okay, you can sign in and then sign out. Okay. So now it's the storage. So in the storage, the important thing is I need to get credentials. Right? User need to get credentials to access S3 services. So how to get credentials? This is from Cognito identity pool, and then I give login in here. So this is the most important things. User can get credentials. Given credential, user can access S3, and to get credentials, it associated with the login method in here. So this is why it is an association between user pool and identity pool. It also supports other logins method, for example, Google Authentication, Facebook, yeah, different social identity providers. So this is the most important thing. And then I use the SDK to list objects in the bucket or in the prefix publics, and then I also get the site URL of an image, and then I can display the image. So that all the logic code. So now we go to the component. So we need to create several things. The site in form, and so we have sign in, sign out. I think that's it. Let me copy and paste. and then we display, so we need profile. Okay, so let me sign in first. Just copy the sign in. So I just copy it was just simple front end. I will show you now. Just copy because it's quite long. So sign up. Let me update the app also. Okay, so in the index, it's quite simple auth flows. I have checked the auth. If it is sign up, I'm gonna show the sign up, right? But when first you will see this login screen. If you don't have account, you go to the create an account. So it will read default. It will return sign in form. But if it is in the sign up, and then it show the sign up form. If already authenticated successfully, so the auth contain authentication information. So I show the profile. So now I don't have any account. So let create an account, and then I need to create an account. So sign up new account. Let me check. I think it should go to the confirmation code. Yep. And now I'm waiting for the confirmation code from my email. So let me copy the code and paste it here and confirm. Okay, so now I go to the Cognito, and then I will see my account. Let me go to the user pool here, and I'm looking for my new sign up account. This is my new sign up account. Confirm. Okay. Now I will upload an image. I will upload an image. Okay. Upload. Back to the front end. and I will sign in. Okay, so I'm in. Yeah, and I see the image from S3. Okay, so that's all. Let's see what error it show some kind of okay. But overall that's it, and that's it. That's all. Thank you.